Yeah, so here we are. We made it back to Carnwood. And there were a few clips in there that didn't really go together with any of the stories. So here's some clips from our trip in North Dakota and on the way home, and a few other things that got missed along the way. The hula girl suffered a catastrophic event as we arrived in Carnwood. That's on here too.
Yeah, so before we left Connie and Glenda's, we went down into the Badlands.
This is one of your major roads in North Dakota.
Lake.
Highway 5. South. We're going down to what Connie calls Quake Lake. Connie's in here driving and Glenda's back. More of the down through the Badlands, and there's up through the Badlands over there.
Highway 5
Highway 5 west is getting narrow. Road narrows. Watch for construction. There's the Quake Lake cabin. And Quake Lake is down below that hill there, and that whole side of the hill across the way there slid off one year. When did that slide off of there, Connie?
I think it was in 89 or 90.
1989 or 1990. That whole hillside let go. All of a sudden I had a free dam. That's what we call the sheeprock over there, and you can see that cap rock on the top of it is once that cap rock's gone, everything else erodes pretty quick. And over here on this hill looks like an old tree sticking out of it. Yeah, here we are. We're leaving Connie and Glenda's and heading for perhaps Miles City. We don't know for sure how we'll get tonight, but we're heading out towards that way, which is north for now. And the driving helper has got food coming, so he's pretty happy about that. And everybody else figures, oh, maybe I can get some of that too. No, I don't think so.
Spot, go lay down.
Spot, go lay down. There you go. Yeah, here we are still in the North Dakota Badlands. And all this soil over the years and years and years and years have washed away, and it's likely all sitting out underneath New Orleans right about now. All the way down the Missouri River, and then all the way down the Mississippi River, and getting flooded into the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, it's easy to tell we're at Miles City, and looks like there's a bit of a nice sunset over Miles City over there in the Continent's truck. And over there is McDonald's and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, here we are. We're driving along in Montana between Miles City and Billings, and what do I do when I've got all sorts of time on my hand? I guess it's time to attack it a little. Yeah, here we are at Pompey's Pillar, and there's the motorhome. Now, Pompey's Pillar, people have been stopping here since day one and tagging it with their marks, the Aboriginals with hieroglyphics from way, way, way back. And the last guy was around 1806, was Captain Meriwether Clark, and he put his initials up there on the way by. And that's the only evidence left from the Lewis and Clark expedition that's physical evidence that they were there. How do you like that? Here's a story about Pompey's Pillar and Lewis and Clark expedition. And then here's the story of the 1873 Yellowstone expedition, and it gets down to where they're bathing nude in the river and got attacked by the Indians. Here's the Yellowstone River at Billings, Montana. And there's Billings, Montana out there. We just stopped in here to get some parts for the motorhome. The shower was spraying water everywhere except for where you wanted it to spray. And got those parts and got some fuel, and we're on our way again. We're heading for Livingston, Wyoming. Yeah, this is in Livingston, Montana, and there's a 9-cylinder radial motor there. Likely come out of a beaver or a otter or something like that. Big stuff. Yeah, we're in West Yellowstone and heading today towards Alberta. North, wrong direction, Debbie says. But in West Yellowstone there's these buffaloes everywhere. Painted like the cows in Calgary, except that they're buffalo in West Yellowstone, which isn't cows in Calgary. Yeah, we got a lake full of sort of stumps. So this would be a real quake lake here. The trees, you can see the trees that were growing in there. And then all of a sudden, that big old rock wall came down one day, and there's a lake here. They got an observatory up there and stuff. We'll stop up there too. Yeah, so we're traveling down in Montana along the Madison River, and the earthquake back there, that slide back there that formed the lake, that was from the Yellowstone earthquake in 1959. There used to be a paved road through underneath all that rubble. Now there's a paved road over all the rubble. Yeah, here we are coming into Ennis. Now the sign at this edge of the road, the sign at the edge of the road there back ways says, "Welcome to Ennis. 640 people and 11 million trout." There's a fly fisherman. Looks like he's got one there. Catching a big one. Yeah, we're up on one of the passes here in Montana, and it's close to what they call the Bozeman Trail. So we're at 5,729 feet, and the Bozeman Trail was opened up in 1864 to come through looking for gold. There, I think you can read all that. Here's some fall colors in the Elkhorn Mountains in Montana. Oh, south of Helena, maybe 30 miles, heading north. Yeah, even the interstate has to find a way through a canyon here. North of Helena, heading for Great Falls. Moving along Interstate 15. There we are, Little Prickly Pear Creek. I guess it's a Prickly Pear Creek. And a little prickly way through the mountains. Take two. Somewhere close to south of Great Falls, Montana. And back around 2001, did a bunch of surveying out in these hills out here. Yeah, here we are, we're heading north from Great Falls, Montana. Great Falls is on the Missouri River, and there's a set of falls on the Missouri River. We didn't go there this time. We stayed at Dick's RV Park last night. It was pretty good. It had internet and all sorts of stuff like that. Wi-Fi that was made it easy to send a couple of movies to the internet. Yeah, it looks like it's Marias River Valley, and then heading for Shelby next. Yeah, so apparently that was Marias River Valley, and we're coming into Shelby, Montana now. Gotta get some gas here. This is a Burlington Northern Santa Fe pub. So I don't think a guy would want to camp here because, boy, there'd be lots of trains coming through. We're into Canada now on the north side of the border, and things change very quickly from being prairie grasslands to being wheat farms and grain bins. And back to the familiar advertising on hay bales. They haven't figured that out in the States yet. You never see that anywhere. Yeah, it used to be in the... a long time ago, there were just the grain elevators along here. Now they've got these huge terminals that they store the grain in and ship them off by rail. Here we are, we're coming through Lethbridge, and we stayed here last night at a little campground out by the horse racing park. And off to Calgary today, go and see Jeff Beck tonight with Rick. Then home tomorrow, and that'll be that. Yeah, here we come over the Milk River, and there's a trestle bridge over there, which is apparently one of the tallest trestle bridges in the world for the railway. No train on it right now, but they use that pretty regularly. Highway 23 goes to Vulcan. That's where we'll go. Now we're coming through Barrens, which is out on the road to Vulcan. And there's not very many of the old style grain elevators left on the prairies. There's one, and there's another one. Yeah, there's another roadside attraction there. A tractor on a stick. Well, here we come into Vulcan, and there's a tourist information and trek station up ahead here. There's the Enterprise over there, and here's the information. That'll be Dif Tor Hey Shmooshma. Live long and prosper. Well, here we go. Welcome to the Vulcan Tourism and Trek Station. We've beamed out back at 1 o'clock. Yeah, so the Vulcan adventure ends right here. It's only 12:25, and we got places to go. Yeah, here we are in Vulcan, and here's some sort of a shuttle ship, and here's the Starship Enterprise. Debbie was going to put her face in over here, but decided not to. Now there's a better view of the Enterprise, and then over there's the Enterprise restaurant, and then welcome to Vulcan. Trek station hours are wrong. Here's Mossley, and this is the old style elevators still in use. Yeah, Calgary is a fairly busy city. There's this Deerfoot Trail going north, and how many lanes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's not quite the same as the 401 in Toronto, but it's a pretty busy road, this one. Yeah, so we made it to Calgary, and we're what they call boondocking in the Grey Eagle Casino parking lot. They don't mind you if you stay overnight in these places, and there's always some sort of security handy by. So we're off to the show with Rick tonight. About 5 o'clock we're going to go over there and have something to eat, and then have at her. There's a bit of proof that we're going the wrong direction here. It's snow in the ditch, and we're just about to Rocky Mountain. Well, we made it back to Carnwood, but the Hula Girl has had a catastrophic accident, and I'll see if I can repair her with that stuff in the tube. Yep, the Canadian health system works fine.